think we're back now. I did crash. Coming back in just a little bit, at least for YouTube. No surprise there, it's a bit delayed. And we gotta redo our work. Always save. Start. I really should have expected that, to be honest. All right. Oop. Do that every time. Save first this time. Actually, I'll make a little rectangle like so. Then I'll save. And we'll call this Ebonhorn leg. Let's turn on some arrangement points. Click here. Click here. Click there. Hit play. All right. You know what helped is actually sewing them together. Boom, boom, play. Got something good. Something starting at least. Let me return to Discord to review Ebonhorn's comments regarding the Lake Warmers. Let's see, was there any specific reference for that one? Too specific. Okay, let's go to YouTube, Lake Warmers. Kind of like this like thicker look for them. Like right there. I feel like that looks nice and cozy. Maybe not this kind of frayed edge, but that's charming. These nice thicker wrinkles. So we'll go for something like that. But with how big he is, they might just be kind of very voluminous on the arms and legs. So that's okay. No problem there. We'll just have to update our thickness. Seam taping? No, but we'll do additional thickness of probably like 10, maybe even 20. Because that really does get it looking nice thick on the arm there. I don't like how much it's vibrating. So maybe a little bit less than that, 15. And they do tend to go up to like the shoulder, so let's extrude that. Probably will need to thicken it up too. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Okay. I like that as a start. We'll save. Then right click, symmetric pattern with sewing, snap that, and Marvelous has started adding automatically creating a mirrored version, which is awesome. Saves me a ton of time. And we'll also copy and paste down here for another chance. Legs. Just click it, and then can I move it again? Let's give that a shot. Um, is it Control F? Let's try those arrangement points one more time. Okay, that will work actually, or work better. All right, we got a little bit over the leg. This will definitely have to be wider. the silhouette here does not do justice to how big of a character he is. Dang it. Get the heck up there. Read. Oh, that looks okay. Hmm. Let's try putting on the points one more time. Maybe it'll curve more now. Probably not that much more curving. Your way. Um, oh, can I adjust this volume? But I can see that one. Okay, I'd rather try that one. So let's get that closed, open this one, click here, click here, click there. Much better. But that seems worth figuring out because these are annoying to play with. So, preferences. What's that? Display, avatar, show. That's just the display. Avatar editor. Arrangement. Bounding volume and points. So we want the bounding volume for the leg, and we would like to really adjust these here. So we'll do 500, 500. Much better. Okay. Let's just give that a shot. Off my neck. That was funny. Okay, much better. Okay, so for the leg warmers, it seems to me like it might actually come all the way down onto the hoof. So that's kind of a fitting look for that's nice. That's character, but we'll still need some additional length on this. I think at least that much. I like that. Nice. Thank you, Popstar. It looks good. Wow, look at how much this is shaking right here. It's interesting. That must be the thickness that we have. Let's see if we can swap out these fabric settings for something a bit more There might be an actual like wool fabric in our library. So go here. We do have a search. Let's try that. Wool. There's something like this. Woven gauze. Woven velvet. Could have like a sweater material. Wool. Yeah, something like this, I guess. So I'll drop that right there. It's going to change the look, but hopefully the behavior as well. Any different? Okay, well, at least it looks nice, I guess. It actually is nice to work with it with the texture on it, because it does give you a better feel for the final result. That looks pretty good. I'm going to save. Next, what we're going to do is select a bunch of segments. We're going to select the, before then, create symmetric pattern, bada boom, and it makes it on the other side. Very cool. All right, next, select the edges. You right click, offset internal line. $120, maybe a little bit less than that. Let's just say 100. And with those selected, we can right click, cut and sew. This is super nice because now we can assign a different material to these upper sections and then kind of change the behavior a little bit. Right click, we're going to, I can just drag it on. Yeah, yeah. And for this one, I think we're going to do seam tapes, elastic. Let's see what that does. Maybe not elastic, definitely the seam tape. And maybe a little bit of shrinking. Oh. Oh, interesting. I would have assumed it would have done that to both with changing the fabric, but it's not. All right, so for the main fabric pieces, let's try increasing that pressure. Wherever that went. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking at this right one. Do 4. How about just enough to give it some thickness? Oh, actually, also what might help is extrude. Let's turn up that. Even increase the fabric. Set that pressure back to 0. A little bit too thick there. Solidify. Oh, look at that. It's like flying off. Don't know what strength means in this case, but we'll try just 10 for a second. Whoa. Interesting. You can get that really droopy sleeve look doing that. I guess it must get heavier, literally. Just redo this one. These are a lot lower than I would have liked. Thank you, Popstar. Let's back up a few steps. I think when I made them that thick, it kind of broke some stuff. All right. Funny stuff. Not like layers. One more time. Additional thickness 10. Okay, let's go to the fabric. Just want to select them. Okay, so select here, then click on them. Seam taping, we'll do 20, 80. That is not all of them. Okay. Give some nice stability to them. Then let's also make sure that our body has been subdivided once. This is something that's pretty easy to miss when you're doing clothing here. You have some sort of subdivision or smoothing. It's just the material. Oh, right. Soft body. No. Divide mesh. Yes. That's what I'd like to do. Is it locked or something? Why can't I adjust it anymore? 3D form, avatar. Lock. It's just the material. Can I subdivide it? Avatar options. Delete, move, deactivate, hide. I guess I could just export a subdivided one, but usually we're able to adjust it afterwards. We'll look that up really quick. Marvelous designer, smooth. The difficult part is just Marvelous designer is not. It's not as much documentation as I'd like. All right, let's just export a subdivided one. Easy enough to do. You do that like maybe 2 subdivisions. Oh. Still be good. Then a subdivision. Level 2. Save. Re-export all collections. Save. Back to here. Delete. Delete. And then drag back in. Save. Save. Fabric definitely seems quite heavy. I think for all of them, we're going to turn up negative pressure. There should be friction somewhere. That might be the fabric. Let's say 5. Come on. There we go. All right. Yeah. Come on. It's actually kind of difficult to move now. Suppose the setting changes I did worked, if it is so difficult to move like this, but it's annoying too. Well, I think the trick is to pull up and then actually pull down as well. Seems to do a little bit better. Oh. Do I want it to be a little bit longer? I think I do. Yeah, back to. I'm just gonna take the low one here, move it down. Then we're actually going to grab the segments here. Maybe a little bit more. So just like kind of, it looks cozy. I think that's what we're going for with these. All right, so for these ones, we're gonna freeze them. Boom. Because I like they're at. I'd like to do a little bit more of the same one here. Going up this time. So move that up. Switch to here, drag that up as well. It's a fair amount. Hit play. Maybe even a little more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So I think what we'll do here is we'll actually add a cut there. So take these two. Just gonna kind of a little bit wider. That. It's a little nicer. Let's give it a bit. Good. For this one, maybe we will turn off the seam, maybe, or lower it. Right? Seems to help a little bit, keeping things in place. Oh, god damn it! Just get up there. Okay. We're actually gonna bring that one back down. It's because I froze it. It's like it looks so different. All right, next. Take these, delete them. I'm just being lazy, so we can make a symmetric pattern. Honestly, it's a lot of work to set these up properly. Damn it, why does it keep doing that? Just stay up there. Read. Okay. Should go the other way this time? That's annoying. All right, there we go. And now right click, freeze. Double click everything, right click, unfreeze, save, And do I actually want to change anything? No, not really. Let's just export it as is. So file. Actually, that means I will freeze them again. Export OBJ. Okay. I'm going to work on stuff right now. I'm occupied building a garment. A building is building. Do exports right there. Just keep a little bit better contained. Select all patterns, single object. I could weld. I'm going to try welding. I'm interested to see that. Save. We're going to go here. We're going to hide this. Right click, new collection called clothing. Move that up. Move that up here. This actually should be clothing. Edit. And we'll do a new collection. We'll call like arm warmers. Maybe just warmers. And in there, warmers. Components. And low poly. Save. All right, and here we're going to do. There is a way to actually set up an automated importing of FBX files now through geometry nodes, but it doesn't quite do the trick right now. It doesn't bring in all the materials, unfortunately. So we're going to go here, exports, the OBJ, boom. Oh. So do this to give a little visualization. Cool. All right, so just looking at the warmers low poly, which is where they should have ended up. Oh, no, high poly makes more sense. High poly. How did the weld do? Weld did great because this is all triangles right now. That is a mistake. I want to go back here. We're going to turn on quad optimized. I'm going to unfreeze, play very briefly. Okay, then I'll just take these ones and freeze those. Play. These back up there. It's like they're just storing a bunch of tension. Then I hit play and they fly off. Not a fan of that. Okay. Freeze again. Save. Then grab everything, file, export, OBJ. We're just overwriting this one. Place it, yes. Okay. Back to Blender. Delete this. Make sure we have that collection selected. And we're going to import again. Beautiful. So now we've got actual wireframe meshes. Turn off that wireframe. Hit the subdivision. Subdivision's working super nicely. Awesome. This actually came out really well. Okay. And perfect, we have these two different fabrics. This one's actually even got a texture. I will remove that because I'd rather have a solid color. Just making some extreme colors there. And I'm interested in trying solidifying this. Looks pretty nice. In fact, I actually am going to give it quite a bit of thickness. Yeah, I can't actually cut through the sleeves. Then I'd also like to add a displace. But I would like to do maybe beforehand, actually. Who knows? I'd like to displace just this group. Maybe even before the subdivision. Or we flip it. We go the other way to bring in those other ones. That should give us just a little bit more distinction between the two. Lastly, I suppose I could select the boundary loops of what we have here. All these edges, just assign them. Don't have a split, but that would actually be nice in this case. Bevel, that might work well. Displace, maybe. Sure. Put something like that. Interesting. Oh, it's because there's now, we want to do vertex group edges. And increase those segments a little. Maybe not making as much of a distinction as I expected. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We'll go to GeoNodes. We're going to add a split. Actually, we'll see if we have one. Split vertices. No, that's an old one. I want to go to GeoNode, master really quick. We're going to make a plane. Move it over here, make a new one. Call this split attribute. Yeah. Split. And the selection equals this. All right, back here. Asset browser, split attribute. So we'll just drop that right on there. Bada boom. Back to layout. And we should be able to put this. Cool. Nice sharp cut. Yeah, that's good. Actually, I'm gonna duplicate the displace here. We're going to invert it. Not invert it. Something like this. And we'll add a new texture. This will be a wave. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. Strong hood. Welcome. I thought there was a wave texture. Blend. Oh no, not a wave texture. It is a wave modifier. Okay. So we'll use our displace group to mask that. And it's already on the UV map. So say coordinates UV. There's the height. We'll invert that. Along normals. Just on the X. They're really hard to see. Never mind. That was fun to try. We're going to leave it there. So now we have our high poly for the warmers. Let's go ahead and set up the low poly. This should be straightforward, should be. But what we'll do is make some tubes. Okay. We're going to make a mirror, shrink wrap, shade smooth. Oh, and subdivide, of course. Maybe before the shrink wrap. Now, you want to include solidify, but for now, I actually remove it to ensure that when we say to our shrink wrap, you need to be above the surface, we're actually getting some accurate results. Otherwise, it'll get weird. Okay. Pretty good there. Let's do another. Let's just duplicate this and start over. My eyeball. Ah. Okay. That looks pretty good. Take both of those, drop them here. Do arm or warmers, low, that. That way we can bake them properly. Let's shade smooth. Shade smooth. All right, more to do. So this is not done. Pretty close though. I'm gonna disable my ability to select the high poly. I can have some very accurate selections. Oh, by the way, anyone started watching Alien Earth? I was having a lot of fun watching that the other day. Go ahead and apply the shrink wrap. I don't know how many people here like Alien, but it's fun to see them doing something similar but a little different. It's fun. It's fun. I think you'll like it. Need to go. Need to get some other stuff out of the viewing queue first. Hard to keep up these days. Okay, nice wrinkles there. That's probably all we need. So we'll duplicate again and apply again. These ones, apply that subdivision, duplicate, apply the shrink wrap. And we got something that's set a little bit more. Nice way to cut some stuff. One, two. All right, not bad. All right, just some quick breakup of those shapes so that we get, I don't know, just more detail in there. Fortunately, this is not working on the other side because the fabric is totally different. But it'll generally work. Okay, duplicate, apply. Now let's go ahead. Create a UV map. So we'll mark that scene. Oh no, one more thing to do, which is on the high poly. I'd like to re-enable the solidify so that we can take these and extrude them right about there. Okay, so let's give like a little bit of, just a little bit of thickness. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and a little bit more. That feels right. Okay. Duplicate, fly, and now we can cut. Yeah. Keep editing. Hmm. Perfect. Then we'll just grab both sides, point 2, 2, PSX0, distribute, PSY0, distribute, and redistribute these one more time. Select everything and unwrap. We got a nice, beautiful square. These did not come out very good. Those a little bit nicer treatment. Neither did these. There's something right there. Then redistribute these interior points. And one last thing. And get it out of the way. All right. Beautiful stuff. Now for the arms. Same deal. We'll go ahead, apply that shrink wrap. Take the edge. Extrude, shrink it in. And then extrude it inwards. So. Nothing's poking out on that one a little bit. Just a little bit. Shrink it down. Boom. Okay, and here. Extrude or shrink. Fill. Duplicate, apply. Duplicate, apply one more time, just so we can go ahead and fix up this one. Okay. And apply that shrink wrap. Good. And let's slice down the underside. And we'll re. Now, boom. Boom. Very good. Right. All right. So now we got the low poly. What we can do next is start getting ready to bake. Oh, it's 2 already? We'll keep working for a while longer, maybe another 30 minutes, and then I'll have to stop there. Might as well just save. We're gonna send this. There's Blender. We have Substance Painter. Yeah, let's do. Say Evanhorn. Warmers. Oh. Underscore poly dot fbx. Copy that. Accept. That is almost correct. Almost correct. So let's change this to an L here. It's to H there. Make sure we have our full collection enabled. Export all collections. All right. Then this is marvelous. We'll save this. Close it. Then we'll open Substance. Substance. Right. Warmers. Copy this path. That up. We should create a specific material name. It's always a little annoying when I do not, so make sure that's there. Put this warmers. Boom. Save. Then, ooh, right. These are asymmetrical objects, so I have to update the UV map to reflect that. First, we already have the material colors, so let's turn off high poly. We need to go to the mirror modifier for both of these. Okay, then we apply the mirror. It's the only way to do it. And we'll just say, there's no way to pack it. island, pack islands, don't rotate, you can scale. Sure. Boom. Scale it down individually as a group. Let's try this again. Just rotating these. Scale in. And scale in some more. Okay. Oh, right. And lastly, material. Heaven. Horn. Warmers. There we go. Boom. Shift Control R. We have our new pack. Now we can worry about baking. So we'll do mode, bake mesh maps. Type poly. Boom. And we can change that distance. Might need to make a cage for this one. I think we will definitely need to make a cage, but we can test the bake for now. 496, apply diffusion. We want to match by mesh name. Oh, right, definitely need to adjust the name. So I'll save that again. And we'll just rename this to I. Export again. Back to here. Perfect. We're matching. Loading. All right. Little too wrinkly right now. Too wrinkly. Add a base. Make sure we have access to our ambient occlusion. Right, and I saw someone use I forget what it was called. There's apparently a new filter that comes with substance. Maybe it's a generator. Okay. It must not be that. It must be a generator. What's that? It looked really cool. I can't remember where I put it. Hello, Logan. Welcome. Do you know everything about group homes? I don't think I know very much about group homes. I mean, I've had roommates, if that's what you're asking, like living in an apartment. Um, substance. Hmm. Stylization. This new filter, I wonder if I'm just using it on the wrong like layer. Let's put it here. Uh, Hand painted. Can't say it's doing much at the moment. It's giving me a little bit of something. It's not bad. I don't understand why I couldn't have used it on my mask though. Let's try it one more time. Can I add it to a mask? Yeah, I really can't. Okay. So it has to be. This, I guess, only affect color. It is really hard for me to see anything that this is doing right now. I just don't understand what I should be looking for here. We just have this general filter for stylized. And to me, it just really doesn't look like it's having much of an effect at all anyway. Hello, Heidi. I am making an avatar. I'm working on. Here, I'll open them up for you. Take a look. But it's a Minotaur, and we're working on some leg warmers for him right now. I did just open it, didn't I? Okay. Look at something. Right now, we're making some leg and arm warmers for the character. This is the guy right here. Fun little Minotaur. Looks a lot nicer in Unity, but I mean, it doesn't look bad here. Yeah. Minotaur man. Join VRC and maybe we can be friends. I'm not on in VR super often, but you can always find me here on the stream. And it's just Sam Detter here and Sam Detter there. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that. We're just gonna do it normally. Fill. Stripes. Bam. Take out the skew. Or no, take it out. And then I'm going to add a paint layer here. So I can remove it from that. And I should be able to make another one. Hello, Desi. Foria. The stylized thing works after you've done all your texturing already. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. I thought it was gonna give me like a base color thing. I'll have to check it out. Also, sub, thank you for the sub. Super appreciate it. Maybe I can give you some Avi ideas. Right now, this is commission work that I'm doing right now. So I've got my queue scheduled out. Excuse me. All right, we'll call this Sleeves. This will be for the stripes. I can type stripes. Bam. Turn that up a little bit. Actually, let me look up some armors again. I guess usually they are horizontal stripes, so give that a shot. Horizontal stripes and then thick wool going the other direction. Have we made other avatars before? I'll check them out. Absolutely. I actually have a Gumroad with my avatars. Some of them you can find in VR chat. I'll drop this right in chat. Thank you, Fox Gamer. But yeah, I've got my some items up here. There's some free ones. Definitely feel free to check that out and download. And then this imp character here is my most popular avatar. Maybe I've seen him walking around, but it's also available on the VR Chat store, which is pretty fun. So I have my Gumroad, and then I also have Store. And here's Ebonhorn in the virtual flesh. This is what he actually looks like in game. So looking pretty good. He's got full face tracking. Actually, I need to make sure we're using our... Can I see the free ones? You can check out my Gumroad. I'm not going to go through them just at the moment. I need to be making some progress here. Blur that. Then for the color, it's most likely something darker. Do a slight maybe change in roughness, slightly different, maybe a little bit less glossy. Save that. Okay, it's a good example of what the stripes look like. I'm now going to just search for the sweater material because they have a nice one in here. They did. Looks okay. Yeah, there we go. That looks more like fabric. Nice. And very cool. Save. Let's turn the stripes down a little bit. I'm going to turn down the width, turn up the amount. About there, so. And I want one more of these too, so we'll duplicate, take the paint, let's delete the paint, take the stripes, move the rotation, bada boom, and add that paint back. And yeah. So now we got both of them. I might just put an anchor point on this one. Hmm. Actually, take this, we'll delete it, go back here. Back to our warmers. And we'll bake again. It's just annoying to have to differentiate between the direction of the stripes, so might as well just use the same stripe. I think it's very crunchy right in there. That looks good. Okay, let's get these exporting. We're not done with them, but I have to get going, so I'm just going to get them set up so we can start viewing them inside of Unity. So we're going to open up materials. I think I'm actually going to create a folder for Ebonhorn warmers. And we'll create material in there. Ebonhorn warmers. Set that to biome tune. Then show an explorer. Copy this path. Substance, Shift Control E. Boom. That's where we're going to export them. We're going to use our Poyomi V11. 2048. Be any bigger than that. Save. Okay, so now they're all there. This music is goofy. Okay, so we have the exporter for these set up. New collection, warmers, arms, warmers, legs. Put them each in their own collection. Set that down here. Cool. Make the legs as well. All right, now we have both of them. We're going to be exporting them as their own outfit, which is very useful. We need to make sure that they're both parented to the rig or childed, however you want to put that, arms or deform. And what we're missing right now are the weights. So I'm going to go up, turn on these again, our body, edit. We just have the Marvelous proxy, but that will work. So add, edit, data transfer, sampled from the body. We want vertex data, vertex groups that are interpolated. We want to generate the data layers. Then copy this to selected. On the arms, also generate data layers, and now should be able to go down here, update, and update. Beautiful. So now you can see they're aligned with the body. Cool. AutoRig Pro, Ebonhorn, PC warmers. Yeah. That should work. Yeah. It's doubting myself on that one. Pretty sure that should work. We're going to have a bunch of objects in here. We're going to have a bunch of PC objects, a bunch of Quest objects by the time we're done. That's a little further down the road. For now, we'll do that. Okay, we'll drop down into our scene, the warmers. Boom. They're just kind of floating on their own. We will do the model. Read write enabled. Read write enabled. Legacy blend shapes. Rig is humanoid. No animation, and the material is that material we just made a second ago. Right here. Bada boom. Apply. Cool. Now we can start putting this together because we can take this. Boom. Boom. I'm assuming we're going to change the colors. Because I just put those in. I wasn't thinking about where the colors came from. I just slapped stuff in there. So we'll be coming back to that. So I would like rim lighting for both of these. In fact, I will copy the rim lighting from here. Difficulty being that we don't want these ones. We would like our own ambient occlusion there. All right. Should look a little bit nicer. We're also missing an outline. Which I will also copy. There's got to be a way to share these values more easily. Okay, and lastly, for the shading, we want skin. I think I usually do 75 for the shading there. Okay. Hello. Oh. Got a happy kitty cat here. Yeah, but she's getting pet. I see a snake, but it looked solid. Ah. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Are these? But kitty, yeah, she's doing a lot better. She got spayed a while back, but doing just fine now. And she's being greedy for pets. That's what she's doing now. Oh, and then the other one's being greedy too. Now he's on the ground. I don't know if you can see him. go play. All right, y'all. I do actually need to get going. It's 2:40 my time. Got to get on the road to get moving. Oh, my hair's coming back. Definitely getting a little bit longer. Thank you all for hanging out. Sorry to have missed yesterday. For those of you who are not Americans, yesterday was Labor Day, which is why I didn't stream. So it's a holiday, and I ended up going to a birthday party. So, but thank you all for hanging out. Arctic, Fox, Heidi, who else came by? Desiphoria, Kelly, Popstar, Dara, Pablo. Might be missing a few people there. Apologies if I didn't shout you out. Fox Gamer, Solid Snake. But I do got to get running. Have a nice rest of your day. I will. Same to you. Thank you all for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a full day of streaming. We're going to kick some butt, get a few more outfits made. So see you then. Have a good one.